right. How do we sound?
Sound great. Perfect.
You want to fucking count us in?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
What's up, motherfucks?
What's up?
We've made it to our new studio.
Whoop, whoop.
And we have bravely brought a guest today.
Yes. This is actually a good part of my day. It's the ending.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Sean D. Skellington. This is my wife, beautiful mermaid-looking chick, Kylie Skellington. Then we got a member of Huffle Puffin Stuffin Ravenclaw House of
Huffle Puffin Stuffin.
I think she said she was.
I am Ravenclaw.
Oh, Ravenclaw?
Yeah. But he just started out just to agitate me.
Gotcha.
Miss Jordan Chetelat.
Woo.
Are we going to call you Fernandez?
Yeah.
Soon?
Soon.
We'll have to change it all.
Very soon.
Soon.
Yeah.
And then our guest, the host of For Real podcast, Justin. What's your last name, dude? I don't even know.
Derington, man.
Oh, nice.
Derington.
Pleasure to meet you, dude.
So is it for real or is it for real?
Nah, I think it's like for real?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh, okay.
The origins is a dad of a girlfriend that I had at like 15. I was real nervous around him and be like, for real? And so he started calling me that. When I did music and I traveled, I'm crazy about Texas facts. Like, if you talk about something about Texas, I want to tell you something like, oh, did you know that's connected to Texas? So people would always be like, for real? So the connection is like,
there you go.
I got it.
Nice.
And because he... Whoa, already?
First technical difficulty.
It's repairing.
There we go.
Hold on. It's not recording, though. Can you hit the button again?
Hit the button.
I knew there was going to be a bunch of fucking...
Here we go. Got it?
Red dotting.
Got it? Good? All right. At least we got it over with right now.
Yeah.
At the beginning and not
too
like...
far into it.
Yeah.
His podcast is about Texas subculture, culture in general, right?
Yeah. It's really a spin. If you look at most like Texas, whether they're Facebook pages or podcasts, they're all the same thing. It's like old artifacts about Texas and boring stuff. So I just want to kind of bring another aspect of Texas culture.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you guys are from Texas or no?
No, we're from California. She's from Texas.
Born and raised.
Yeah. What part of Texas?
East Texas. I grew up in a little town called Buffalo, Texas.
Okay. I was out there with, I've said girlfriend twice. It was the same girlfriend, though, actually. We moved out to Longview. She worked in Gilmer as a child investigator. CPS.
She investigates child.
What are these children doing? That's so bad.
Yeah, I just picture like a little kid like hiring her to fucking check out on one of his homies or
like
something.
a PI.
Yeah. But for little kids.
Or like the baby from
Mom keeps
Who
eating
Framed
my
Roger
candy.
Rabbit with the cigar.
So our printer's broken because we're in our new building.
Yep.
So she doesn't know what our topic is, but I thought we would just talk about culture in general. And I've got some hotbed topics. The first of these many serious and awesome topics is something that goes through my head all the time. What are your guys' thoughts on the word butt fuck?
What does that have to do with culture?
Because I was thinking, how fucking weird is the English language where something can mean something so drastically different? Because, I could be like, yeah, I got a podcast tonight, but fuck it, right? I'm going to go do this or that.
Yeah.
Or it can mean something
butt
totally...
fuck. That's butt fuck it. That's two separate words.
It still applies.
I don't know what I was expecting when you said serious conversation, but it certainly was. Wasn't that.
I got some topics.
It's like, well, I mean, but fuck it. Go ahead, I suppose.
Well, the reason I brought it up, right, is because Adam constantly, whenever I talk to him on the phone, Adam the duffel bag porn guy. Yeah. Whenever I talk to him, he says, yeah, but fucking this and yeah, but fucking that. I'm like,
not the actual physical act of butt fucking.
which is the first thing that came into my head for some
Mine too.
But every time he says it, that's what I think, and then I want to make fun of him, but.
It's like those people who say, So I think it's along the same lines.
Thoughts on this?
I agree with everything.
Well, I mean, it's just English in general, right? It's so weird because, like, like fuck can mean so many different things.
Yeah.
You know, shit can mean so many different things. Like, it all depends on context of how you say it, you know?
Yeah, that's just language.
Yeah.
I feel like foreign languages aren't as broad with their single words.
You are correct about that. And they're I guess it depends also on the age group, but you're not gonna catch some, you know, older, you know, Japanese lady saying fuck in Japanese. You just won't. That's not gonna really happen. And I think what I've come to understand is that, like, curse words are not. It's different in a different language. Like, if you, like, what you think you're saying, it's going to be something else. Like, it's a lot more, like, convoluted. So I mean, I'm sure that cursing is a thing. I think it's just not as, like, straightforward as us saying, well, fuck it, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, just like shit, right? Like, you could be like this tastes like shit, which is negative, or you could be like, oh, we're the shit.
You're the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
I think other languages are more literal.
Mm-hmm.
I think we don't give it down.
Yeah. I mean, we have an Urban Dictionary, so.
Well, if we're gonna use the example of the word fuck, you could say fuck you, and that's highly, like, you're like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Fuck me. But if you're saying, oh, fuck me, like, yeah, that, like, it's a whole different context,
True.
a whole different party,
True.
man. So
see.
That's why people sometimes misread text messages.
Mm-hmm.
oh, that's the worst.
That's the worst. When you get a text message and you misread it.
I'm the single worst person ever because I take everything words mean so much to me, so I would misread every text message.
Oh, no. Has that gotten you into trouble?
Oh my god.
Does anybody else get upset when people put ...
I do that a lot.
Do you?
I do that all the
Sean
time.
hates
It irritates
that.
me.
I used
'Cause
to do
me,
that,
it's
not anymore.
condescending.
I
My boss, the guy I work with, sometimes he'll be like, I'll be like, did you like, because I do marketing for him.
Yeah.
Like, did you like the ad that I created for you? And he'll be like, it was good. ...
Okay, see,
I'm like-
that's not how I would do it. I feel why you feel condescending. That's
Yeah. And then if she does it to me, then I'm like, what's your deal?
Yeah.
I'll be like, do you want whatever?
I don't do it anymore.
I'm like, do you want me to pick you up like a burrito or whatever? She's like, sure. ... Like,
yeah.
well, fuck it. ...
means sure, but I'd really like a taco more. Or like I'd like pizza more. or
See,
something.
I use it more in a. I also use it in a way of when I'm not sure of something. I'll ask somebody a question like, "Do you want me to do this?" or ... It's usually more like I want them to finish the sentence, or I use it in a way that I do it in front of a word ... Okay.
In front of a word.
Oh,
Or ...
you're straight putting, like,
fine.
pauses.
Yeah, I did that. I did that to Oscar the other
I was
day.
about to say that sounds like something you do to your boyfriend. Or
we were having a discussion about weekend plans, and he had different ideas about what he was going to do, and I put ... okay, period, and then he went fine, okay, and then he went into this whole tirade, and I was like,
Oh my goodness.
I was trying to elicit a reaction, and it worked. So
Before we get too deep into this, we have a goal of 1 bajillion followers. I'm spitting all over the place. And to do that, we have friends of the podcast. This week, it is artist Armando Ramirez.
Mondo.
Yo, what up? It's Armando Ramirez here, illustrator. What's up, Necro Electric? Just wanted to say hey. Hope to be on the show soon again. You guys rock. Keep it up.
Check out his Comic-Con schedule. He will be on touring Comic-Cons the next couple months. And if you see him, tell him we said what's up.
And he's going to be at our grand opening.
Oh,
Yay!
Yeah.
So I'll tell him myself.
I checked him out through you guys. So.
Oh, you did? Yeah,
Nice.
he's a cool artist, huh?
I just took over marketing and live booking for the company that I work for. We bought 2 old theaters. They take like theaters from the late 1800s, early 1900s.
Oh.
We renovate them and bring them back to life. And,
That's so cool.
I was looking for guys to book and different things to do. So that's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing,
That's
dude.
cool.
Nice. Okay.
Where are those theaters?
One's in Clifton, Texas. It's actually open now. It's running. The other one we're renovating in Hillsborough, Texas, downtown across the street. From
Do they
the park.
keep everything like kind of to date, or do they?
The Clifton one is just like you would have gone to the movies when Gone with the
What?
Wind came out.
See, that's super cool.
Oh,
Oh, that's
fucking dope.
awesome.
Running theater in Texas.
Yeah.
The one in Hillsborough it's going to be renovated. The outside's
Yeah.
gonna look old school, but it's gonna be new.
The inside will be all modern and stuff.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a bummer, but
Yeah. But
So are these theaters that have been like abandoned and you have to completely fix up, or were they just like run down a little bit?
the Hillsborough one's completely abandoned. A guy bought it about 7 years ago, tore it apart, thinking he was gonna be able to do it, and his wife died. So he kind of abandoned
okay.
the project, sold it to us, and we're kind of taking it from the ground up. The
Yeah.
Clifton one is actually I believe always been in business, and it's like I said, the oldest running theater in Texas. So.
In memory
cool.
of that guy's wife.
In memory of RP.
Ask you guys, what part of California are you guys?
We're from San Jose, California, the Bay Area.
Yeah. The mother of my child, she's from.
Shout
San
out.
Jose, actually. Yeah.
Oh, really?
What's the Gilroy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gilroy, the garlic capital of the world. They always have that Gilroy Garlic Festival. Oh my God, that
In
place
memory
is
of
amazing.
the guy who
In
shot
memory
it up.
of.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
It was the first year they didn't go in like a few years.
really. Well,
Kinda
good
crazy.
thing.
That was a good
Yeah,
thing.
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Very good.
But yeah, that was the first time I tried alligator at that festival.
You've never-
It was so good. It was like an alligator kebab. Oh, it was delicious.
I love me some damn gator.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Buzzard Billy's has gator.
Do they?
Yeah, that's the first place I ever had it, like 13.
Who?
Buzzard Billy's.
What?
Oh yeah,
When
yeah,
It
yeah.
was in the
We
old
haven't,
location.
yeah, we haven't been there yet.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
It's good.
It's so good.
It's the one by the bridge.
So is that the
Yeah.
one that has like ostrich and gator and all that?
Uh huh.
I know gator for
We
sure.
have to try that place.
Yeah, because you took me to Roots telling me that,
Yeah,
that they had all that
because
shit, but they
my
didn't.
friend Brittany told me that it was the Twisted Root Burger
Oh,
Company that
Yeah.
had all the different meats.
They have like
They-
a burger. They do have a buffalo.
They've got buffalo, elk, goat, and I'm trying to think if there was something else that they had, but they don't. I don't know if they have. I don't think they have ostrich or anything like that. But
Yeah.
just the different like big game meats.
Well, we're gonna have to
No
try
small
Buzzard
game.
Billy.
No small game.
Big game.
I didn't know how to describe it. I didn't want to be like, it doesn't live in the water. It's all on the land.
What's something that before you guys? How long have y'all been in Texas?
Just over a year now.
Not
Okay,
that
so it's
long.
Very new.
Very new.
Yeah.
What's something that you guys didn't think that, like, ever see yourself doing? Have y'all done something that's very Texan that you're like, oh my god?
We kind of just do it
Go
do
to
our
Magnolia.
I think like hunting, like I know you'll meet some friends that are like, let's go hunting. I personally have never
Yeah.
done, but I know my buddies from California. They're like, these dudes are trying to drag me out to kill some animals.
Yeah, we're not much of hunters.
No,
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
love to see Kylie in camo with a big ass gun, hiding out in the brush, just like waiting for Bambi to come by.
I love that too.
Yeah, that'd be the best.
No, I'd be there with binoculars though. No guns for me.
I do all my hunting and gathering at Whataburger.
Yeah. It's Whataburger, right?
What a burger!
What?
It's like what a
Whataburger.
burger. What a burger. People say Whataburger,
dude.
but it's
Pronounce
what a burger.
You gotta have the twang, right? Like oh, what a burger!
What a burger.
There you go. It's the fucking real shit.
Yeah.
No, actually, I mean, we're an exception to the norm because we do our own thing. We don't, you know what I mean? We don't really answer to anybody.
I don't know. It's rubbing off on me a little. I've said
She does
y'all
say
before.
y'all. Yeah.
That
Oh,
is
no.
probably a good example.
Yeah. That's happened. That's come out a time or two.
But
we made a lot of friends here. But a lot of people say that, especially Waco today is 100% different than Waco 10 years ago.
oh
No
yeah,
idea
So-
how different it is.
Yeah.
The fact that you guys are here, like, that's why I'm excited. Like, I hit you guys up, like, what? Because when I left Waco at 18, about 19, so that would have been 2002. So not cool. You from around here? Like, it was terrible. The cool people ran as fast as they could.
Yeah.
And now there's cool people here. Like,
yeah.
yes, you can have a good. I hate saying that because they probably were here. They just wasn't very vocal, and I couldn't find them.
Right.
Yeah, most people went to like Austin or Dallas.
That's where I went. Exactly.
Yeah.
I took off as soon as I got.
Well, when we moved here strictly for like the school districts and like
Yeah.
you know the pricing of housing and just it was more of a family decision. Mm-hmm. And you know, honestly, I didn't even promote that we were from Waco the first 10 episodes because I just didn't know there was anybody here other than I just assumed it was all religious fanatics and all that, because that's what you hear like in California, you know, especially the Bible belt buckle, you know. And then we started going downtown and meeting people, and we're like, holy shit, there's a whole scene of people like our age that are into all this stuff. So
it's just a matter of like putting, like, this podcast has given us a channel to like get those people together, to rally together and like meet each other and start.
And then we had a couple live events so far, and all of my friends from California that podcast and do shit, they're always like, don't do any live events, nobody's going to that shit, blah blah blah. Because in California everybody's a little bit less supportive, but that's one positive.
Everyone's
here
got their own thing going on.
Yeah, but everybody here is very supportive. You know what I mean? And then
I think that's a new thing too. That's a new thing, and the reason why I see that the music scene is growing, how Waco is in between Dallas and Austin. Name one artist that's made it out. Name one artist. I can name you like Tony Thompson from High Five, who was signed to Bad Boy back in the day. There may be a couple more that got through, but it was crazy how nothing could happen here. And now that the artists are really motivating the podcast, the art scene, the comedians, there are comedians from Waco now that are doing it. And that's...
Shout to Dustin, Scuba Belly.
So rad. Yeah, I need to get
Terry Blues.
I need to get a hold of them guys.
Ontario.
Terry Blues, I just contacted them. The other guy, I want to
hopefully not on Facebook.
Facebook jail.
And you guys should come do a live podcast at the theater, man.
Yeah.
That would be good.
We're always
that
down.
would be sweet.
Cool.
I would love that, but definitely talk about that for sure.
Yeah, I always tell, people who are new to Waco, I always say, 10 years ago, you couldn't walk downtown Waco at all after it got dark because it was very scary and dangerous. I mean, where I lived over by the river, I could walk down there very easily, but
Did you live in a van?
No. My apartment was by the river, though. So, but I mean, you just didn't walk down there. That was just common knowledge. And now you've got all the bars and the cool boutiques and all the.
Isn't that where you took Oscar? Remember in Valentine's?
But that was a year ago. Almost 2 years ago. It was safer, okay?
No wonder he was like, that's where you get stabbed.
If it had been 10 years ago and I was like, yes, let's go walk downtown, like that would be dumb of me. But it's much safer now, so
nice.
I felt confident that we weren't going to get shivved.
Shivved? It's a proper way of getting stabbed.
Can you get shivved outside of prison?
I don't think so.
Shiv is like more of a prison thing, I guess.
I guess so.
I don't know.
Do you watch boxing?
Not so much.
Okay, there was a fighter named Gervonta Davis, and he's from Baltimore. He's trained by street guys. They're all ex-street guys. Well, he's talking to him in the middle of this like 8th round, and he's like, I need you to make your jab a little closer. He said, penitentiary jab him. And he looks at him, he goes, HBO has it, and they're like,
what?
speechless. No one knows what to say.
Oh my God. That's funny.
Took over for a few days.
That's so I'm going to have to look that one up.
Yeah.
But once we got settled here and the podcast started growing, like people just started coming out from under the rocks.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm so happy for y'all, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad that things are going well.
We're happy for the whole scene.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody.
For you, for everyone else who's like doing their thing and making their voice heard. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So what's the most, you were talking about doing Texan thing, and I would say it's more of like a Southern thing, because you can go hunting in Texas just as much as you could go hunting in like Alabama or Louisiana or whatever. So I think it's more of a Southern thing. So like, what's the most Southern thing that you've done that you're, from here?
Rattlesnake hunting, probably.
Oh,
What?
okay.
Yeah, I did.
People hunt
we went out there-
rattlesnakes?
Yeah, in a small town called Rotan. I think there's like 200 people in there. I went with some friends. Yeah, that's...
Why?
People, they eat them.
No, they really...
What?
You put them on a stick, and there's a whole process. You make the fire, you put them on a stick, kind of like a kebab,
Yeah.
and you'd cook that.
Make
Fucking
some boots out of 'em.
rattlesnake kebab?
And then people do stuff
eat
with the
it?
skins.
Yeah, make a belt.
My uncle does it.
I was always like kind of like the kid that I never wanted to hunt. I've
Yeah.
never had it. But my friends, I'm from Texas. Like I'm from the country.
Yeah.
Hillsboro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking scary, hunting rattlesnakes.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, my uncle goes every year. He used to take his kids. Like, it was a thing to go rattlesnake hunting.
Have you ate rattlesnake?
I have never personally eaten rattlesnake, no. So,
I don't know if I'd try it.
I think I've heard it tastes like chicken, but
everyone says everything
I don't
tastes like chicken.
So true.
I think the most
Somewhere
southern.
there's a chicken going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I think the most southern
Shout
thing
to
that
Harry.
I've done is I've gone cow tipping.
Oh, that.
What?
Cow tipping.
Well, I was,
You ever heard of it?
No, I
I've
know.
heard of it,
When they go to
but-
sleep, you push them over.
it was. I was in high school and I was, a bored kid that lived in the country and like, hey, you want to go cow tipping? And I'm like, sure,
my
why
God.
not? This emo kid that had like 0 friends. I'm like, sure, cow tipping. And we get into the field and my friend who I've known since preschool was like, okay, there's that cow over there. And I'm like, so do you just push the cow? And he was like, well, you make sure it's asleep first. I'm like, how do you tell if it's asleep? They're standing up.
It's snoring.
And so I'm like creeping over there and
Got
he's
a
like,
mask on.
he said, oh, I forgot to tell you there's a bull in this field. And I was like,
Fuck that.
why did you just tell me that? He was like, it's okay as long as he doesn't see you. And I'm like, nope, I'm out. Bye. I'm not even going to try and outrun a bull. No way.
As long as he
So,
doesn't see you.
yeah. I was,
Hey, bitch!
get away from my heifer.
Is rodeo, is that a Texas thing? Or do you guys
We have rodeos
we
in
have
Livermore.
rodeos.
That's, yeah.
Have you ever been to one?
Yes, I actually
Yeah.
used to make all the shirts and stuff for the big rodeo they had in Livermore.
Shout out to
Oh,
Livermore.
cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's funny because like where we're from, everybody's like, mostly dressed for warm weather and shit, and everybody dresses normal, and then that fucking rodeo comes around, and then everybody's a
buckles
fucking
and
cowboy.
I want some cowgirl boots.
I have some.
If you guys want to,
You do?
Dakota, you should check out. You've been to Stock Show, right, in Fort Worth?
Mm-mm.
The Fort Worth Stock Show. It's the biggest one in the country, and everyone does that. They wear their. You could tell these clothes haven't been worn since last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring them out, and
That's funny.
it's a fiasco.
I think I've been to 3 rodeos in my life. One was on a blind date set up by my grandma's friend.
First
And
of all,
one-
blind date is a horrible idea.
Especially if your grandma fucking throws it
Second
down.
of all,
I know.
grandma.
It was my grandma's neighbor, and
Oh dear.
my grandma's neighbor, she was very sweet. I would come over and like I would watch her dog when they went on vacation or whatever, and she said that she knew this boy that I would be perfect for, and she was completely wrong. It was very wrong, and I went to this rodeo and I was so uncomfortable because I mean it was smelly and I didn't know anybody, and like I'm watching these poor little calves get roped up, and I'm just like, what? I don't like this at all. This is horrible.
Oh, no.
So that was not good.
We got time for an ad.
Sure. This episode is brought to you by Dark and Jury Clothing. Dark and Jury is an edgy fashion and lifestyle brand that embraces great design and unsurpassed quality. Dark and Jury has quickly gained a following amongst fans of the occult, horror, punk rock, heavy metal, and all-around free thinkers and retailers worldwide without shoving a preachy, trendy, or political message down your throat. So buy the best, fuck the rest, darkandjuryclothing.com.
Available now.
Jordan, check it
Skellington
out.
Curiosities, grand opening March 8th.
Yes. We
Watch
will
it.
have Dark and Jury clothing available.
Woo!
So put that in your butt and fuck it.
Or don't.
You're a musician?
Yeah.
What did you play in bands and stuff?
Still do.
Still do? What's
Yeah. Last nail in the coffin.
Oh, sweet.
It's a like death metal band.
Man, I opened. You remember back in the? Well, I'm a little older. How old are you guys? Do you
Like
care to-
I'm in my late 30s.
Okay, yeah, me too, bro. So we didn't have cell phones. We had CD cases. Remember?
Yeah.
So everybody fell asleep. I was the last one up. I had an older brother. He was like 3 years older. He drove a yellow Volkswagen. And I went and got a CD case and I opened it and it was COC. I'm like, what can this be? And I
Corrosion
put
of
in and
Conformity.
the corrosions of conformity.
Yeah.
And I was at this point, it was pretty much like country from my mom and then Nas and Biggie and
Yeah.
then corrosions of conformity. And then I was like, I kind of like this. And he said, well, let me show you what you might like more. And he played Pantera, Far Beyond Driven, and I was done. And then
Yeah.
he played me Korn, and he said, well, if you like hip hop, you might like this as well. And the first Korn CD, I think Peachy Life. is Peachy.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the second one, but yeah.
Second one, that
yeah.
was my introduction to rock, COC, Pantera, and Korn songs.
I've always thought his voice is a lot like Phil Anselmo from Pantera.
I haven't heard you sing, but that's
It
a
is.
great compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't listened to Pantera in a while, but
Yeah.
I can
What was
kind
your
of hear that.
influences growing up?
I liked everything. Well, I was raised. My mom had me when she was 15, so
I was my mom was 17%.
so I grew up on hair metal. My mom just listened to fucking Poison,
Hair
and
metal.
Bon Jovi, and Motley Crue all 24 hours a day.
Somebody needs to bring hair metal back, please.
It's kind of there. We actually made a slight comeback. Remember the pop punk explosion out of it was like the main Forever
Yeah.
the Sickest Kids.
Oh,
those guys,
yeah.
I wouldn't say that was hair metal, though.
I only said it because I toured with those guys and I seen them get into an argument. There wasn't enough places for the hair straightener. To me, that's as hair
Really?
rock as it gets. Yeah. That's
Oh
a true
my
story. In
God.
Colorado Springs.
Yeah, they called it like fashion metal where we were from.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Men straighten their hair.
I always thought it was scene,
Men
like
do a
scene
lot
metal.
of things.
Trying to get him to let me straighten his hair. I want to see how long it is. So where have you toured?
Oh man, pretty much everywhere. I never got to play New York City. I never got to play Hollywood, but most other places a lot of just that Amarillo, Arizona, Utah, and then we did. The last time I toured was with Ritz, the rapper Ritz, Santa Yellow Wolf, and we did like the Eastern up to Chicago.
And what's your band name?
It was just a little different.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done anything in a while. My daughter, I just had to come home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was time. And so that's really what where the podcast and the theater comes in, is because I had to be creative. I was dying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I can't be a musician, then let me talk to him. Let me just, do something. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I call it the curse because, I'm like the most chilled person you'll ever meet. But if I'm bored, like, you don't want to be around me.
No.
Yeah,
if
that's
he
me
does
too.
not have at least 3 minimum projects going on at once, he is a horrible person to be around.
it's so crazy.
Stay away from him.
Yeah, it's me too, man.
When we first got here, I was just like climbing the walls.
Oh.
I need
'cause
something.
all my band members were back in California, and
Yeah.
we just had nothing. So I was like, we're starting this podcast.
What's your favorite metal band? Our favorite band of all
My
time.
favorite band of all time? Well, it's weird because it's Typo Negative is my favorite band.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, I'll listen to Typo Negative all day. So
Yeah.
they're not like metal per se.
What would that call? Industrial?
Yeah, like industrial goth rock or
Gotcha,
something.
Yeah.
What's yours?
But I listen to like extreme shit all the way to like fucking Impending Doom and
It's pretty hard. Favorite? The one name that pops into mind when I hear that question is Tom Petty.
Interesting.
Interesting choice.
Yeah,
Free Falling.
I feel, and it's maybe nostalgic, like from like what my parents used to listen to back then. I remember being at the lake, like a very. You ever seen the movie Mask?
Yeah,
With not
With
Jim
Cher.
Carrey. Cher.
Yeah.
Okay, people
No.
ask me what my childhood was like.
with Ronnie.
It's pretty similar to that. Like he was questionable characters and a lot of like cigarette, Marlboro Reds, Budweiser, and a lake.
You're talking my
Classic
childhood, dude.
Yeah.
My mom. I was
see
raised
that
by
movie.
bikers and stuff, so that's
Right.
literally my childhood. Other than the face,
Yeah, no one had that face.
What's the face?
you've never seen it.
No.
In the movie, he's born with some kind of disease that
It's based on a true story.
that
Really?
it caused like a deformity in his face.
Oh.
I've never watched it, but I've heard of it.
Okay, we're
And
gonna have to
the movie's
watch
just
it.
about his struggles and dealing with all that. It's a good movie. It's a good ass
really
movie.
good, yeah. Favorite scene is the where he tells him go get it. Are you ever gonna watch it? Can I ruin it?
Yeah, go for
Go-
it.
He says,
for
go
it.
get me a beer, and he yells at him, and he's mad, and he's got like a graduation or a prom, and he opens up, and there's like a brand new tux suit in the.
Oh, that's so cute. I thought you were going to say something fucked up, and that was really cute.
No.
It was the skin of a person in there.
I forgot the guy's name. He's the Marlboro Man from.
And he's on the ranch.
Yeah.
He's got the cool voice.
Sam Elliott
Yeah, Sam Elliott.
with the big old mustache.
The dude lives our life.
Yeah, Sam Elliott.
He's in it.
He's the man.
Are they making a second Big Lebowski?
I don't think so. There were
thought-
rumors going around, but then it turned out that they were just doing that stupid commercial for like Perrier or something like that.
Oh.
I don't remember. I was excited too because The Big Lebowski is one of my favorite movies,
Yeah,
and
it's a good one.
I was so disappointed.
He's like, what is this? He has the bowling ball. He's like, clearly you're not a golfer.
Yeah. They are making a movie about Jesus, though. That's kind of like a branch off of him and his life.
Sweet. Pre-order tickets? Or?
Look, don't make fun of me because I know lots of things about movies, okay? It's just my life.
So you remember Passion of the Christ?
Yeah.
I don't know how long ago that was.
Shout out to Mel Gibson.
My mom and my grandma wanted to see it. So, I go with them and we're in the theater. And my grandma watching this movie was so embarrassing. She's sitting there in the theater going, "Oh my God. Oh dear Lord. Dear Jesus. Oh my God." While he's like being beaten and stuff. And she's just
Did she not know what it was about?
screaming. And I was really little. I was just so embarrassed.
Oh my God.
I think in Waco, one of the theaters wouldn't show it. There was like backlash.
Really?
Oh yeah, it got.
Yeah.
Because it's very violent.
Yeah.
Very violent.
We got time for another ad.
Sure. This episode is also brought to you by Mod Ministry. Mod Ministry merch creates for the edgy woman, the kind of woman who works hard but plays much harder, who embraces femininity but tests the societal limits. We are not for the faint of heart. We are bold. We are beautiful. Check out the Mod Ministry Etsy page for handmade harness lingerie. 5-star rated sellers since 2014.
Yeah.
Strap it on.
Don't. Yes, the Mod Ministry will also be available at Skellington Curiosities.
Yes.
I'm going to be stocking my lingerie chest over there, so come find it.
Stocking her chest of lingerie.
March 8th, shameless plug too.
Yes.
There will be a shit ton of vendors, artists, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
That's next weekend, right?
No,
hopefully not.
no, March 8th. We
2
got
weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
We still got
Are
a
you
lot
sure?
to do before then.
Yeah.
The second is Monday, Tuesday. No, Monday.
Not this weekend, it's the weekend after.
Oh, okay.
Check it out, Jordan.
Oh. No, that's what I said. Next
Yeah.
weekend.
It's not next
Jesus.
weekend. Is it?
Not this weekend, but next weekend.
That's
Yeah.
what I said.
Yeah, okay.
I knew what I said.
All right.
We're retarded.
Sheesh.
I don't even know what day of the week it is most of the time, so.
You said you were a movie buff, and I see the horror posters. I just recently was blown away. I saw I Spit on Your Grave,
Oh, that's the French one, right?
the 78 about the girl. Gets,
I haven't seen that one.
oh wow, you've seen it, right?
Uh,
The girl goes out. She's a writer from the New York Times, and she rents a cabin out in the secluded area.
yeah.
And
It's a
kinda
French
like
film.
The female
Yeah.
deliverance, and they just, oh my god, it's the worst, most savage thing I've ever seen.
Oh, we're
What?
going out to the cabin now.
No, there's nothing really good about this movie as far as like, except for the way it was filmed and the emotion
Yeah.
that it makes you feel.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I've seen almost every B horror movie on the planet.
Yeah, I'm working with the guy who has, and so he's like, "Hey Justin, I got one for you today," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll go home and realize how crazy you are."
Turn on all my lights.
But
Yeah.
he's put me onto some real good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, the 70s, like all the horror movies from the 70s, I don't know what the fuck was going on in that era, but everyone is just brutal, rapings, fucking
Murderings.
murderings,
Blood and gore.
Yeah, I've never seen nothing like I Spit on Your Grave. Like,
Oh, watch a movie called Mother's Day and watch a movie called Trip with Teacher.
okay, I will. Yes.
You will literally feel dirty after those movies are done.
I think Mother's Day was directed by Darren Bozeman, right?
I don't know the director.
Yeah.
Came out in 1980.
Oh no, okay, no, not him. It's a different one. But I don't know. There's some that came out in the 60s and 70s that I thoroughly enjoy, like Suspiria. Like I really like watching Suspiria. I really liked watching and I don't know if we can classify it as like a horror movie, but Clockwork Orange. I mean, that's more of a
Yeah.
thriller,
Kubrick.
kind of stuff. But
It's a good one, though.
yeah,
You're good.
It's awesome. yeah, but that's Kubrick. That's like, he's like one of the greats all time.
yeah.
So,
Let's get to know you. Yeah. As we're in the back half of this. So, to our listeners that may or may not be familiar with your podcast, you want to let them know what it's all about?
Yeah, man, it's All For Real podcast, and we're on all major platforms. It's just about Texas culture. I was tired of everything. A lot of things that are about Texas. It's just so old fashioned. There's so much going on. You don't hear about the rock music. You don't hear about the underground stuff, the artist. So that's kind of what I want to do. Talk a lot about restaurants that get overlooked. Just things like that, man.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah,
What are some of your favorite restaurants? Are you actually first? Or do you live in this town? Or
I'm here a lot. Yes,
Okay.
I don't live. I live kind of where Bergerson, Josh, that area, kind of
Yeah.
Fort Worth, 30 miles.
Yeah. I drive
like
through it
20,
all the
30
time.
minutes.
My
Yeah.
daughter goes to STEAM Academy up there. She's
okay.
in an amazing school up there. So we're
Nice.
Shout out.
We're there for the time being. Yeah, man. And Waco, actually, I'll start here. There's a restaurant called Kitak. Have y'all heard of that?
No.
I want to say, if I mess this up, please forgive me. Like Korean or Thailand, something that
Yeah.
really cool Asian,
Yeah.
and they have everything from burgers to these like fries. that
I think
are-
I've been there.
Okay, yeah. It's
Is
really-
it like Korean barbecue?
No,
Okay.
It's
I can't even explain this place. 'cause
it's very odd because I think it's owned by a Korean couple, but they make American
that's
food.
correct.
Oh.
But it's really good American
Burgers
food.
have like splashes of like soy sauce. Like it has a
Yeah.
different
Oh, that
vibe.
sounds
and
good.
The fries are really thin. and
I'm
they're
into it. Let's
Yeah.
go.
K-I-T-O-K.
Who's hungry?
Okay,
Okay.
and
Good
that's
talk.
definitely worth checking out. That's an awesome place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tight.
Have
Yep.
y'all found something in Waco that y'all love?
I love everything here. I've put on like 40 pounds since we moved here. So now I'm trying to like get on the back end of that.
Yeah.
Get back.
Barbecue fans?
What's
Yeah.
You like barbecue?
Oh,
Yeah, I
kidding
love
me?
barbecue.
A cool road trip is to go to Austin. Maybe get a cooler of beer.
Yeah.
I don't know, a couple other things, and head to Austin and get in line about 7 o'clock in the morning for Franklin's.
Yeah, we heard about that.
Oh.
Yeah, just drink beer and whatever until it comes, and it's a great time.
Drinking beer at 7 a.m. sounds awful.
It sounds
cool.
fun.
There was a bunch of other people. People come
Yeah.
from Canada to eat this barbecue.
Really?
Yeah,
From
I was in line
Canada?
with somebody from Canada. Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
tight.
Here, South by, I usually I try to, when I performed, I'd be serious. So everyone else passed out. They're just going to bed. So I'd sneak out and go stand
Yeah.
in line at Franklin's.
Yeah.
Come back and you're the hero if you have barbecue.
Right.
Yeah, for
That's
real.
Awesome.
Yeah, we like Captain Willie Bizbangs. We like
Billy Whizbangs, not
Yeah.
Willie Bizbangs.
Willie Bizbangs, whatever it's called.
Oh man, I love that
Fucking bomb.
place. So good.
Yeah.
We like Stonehurst.
Oh, the Indian food place. That
Yeah.
opened. That place is good.
Coaches.
Have you heard of Alpha and Omega, the Greek place?
No.
Oh, I haven't
I
been there
did a
yet.
podcast with Andreas, and I'm going to mess up his last name, Zalumis. He runs the East Side Market.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He on his podcast, he suggested a place called Alpha Omega.
He's not the biggest Greek food fan, so
Yeah.
I love Greek. I love
Me
like olive
too.
tapenade. Is
Lamb
that what
just
they
kind of
call it
tastes
and
weird to
stuff?
me, but
I go to
love
a,
it.
The nuts on everything, like the cashews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a place on La Salle called Christos, and it is so freaking
They
good.
might be coming to the market, so stay tuned.
Oh, I would be so happy. I'd be like, give me some of them euros over there. Come on, lamb euros this away.
Fat Boy's Tacos is really good.
Yeah.
Oh, making me hungry. My mouth's watering.
Mac House. You
Yeah, the
like
Mac House.
I haven't tried that
If you
place
guys want
yet.
to drop like $30 on a grilled cheese, like the Mac House.
It better be a fucking good grilled cheese.
It's bomb.
It is
so
really
it's got
good.
like our son loves it, right?
It's
He's
just
like
so
3.
weird because he's
Okay.
so picky.
But it's got like horseradish and all this weird shit I would never eat in it.
horseradish, pulled pork, bacon, cheese, like 5 different cheeses.
Yeah, like Gouda
Yeah.
cheese and all
Weird.
Stuff. And I would never like if I was to make a grilled cheese, I would never put any of this shit in there. But the way it tastes is so good.
Yeah.
And he'll eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
But they're only
hungry.
open Wednesday through Saturday.
Thursday through
Or
Saturday.
Some
I
weird
think.
shit.
That's how it is at Tajin's. Tajin's is like a
Is that the,
it's like a Cajun place
Yeah.
in Robinson, and they're only open from Wednesday through Saturday, but they have amazing shrimp and potatoes and sausage and fried catfish. Oh my god, it is
Bring
so
I
good.
don't know if I
Food
could eat
truck.
catfish.
and they set out in Hillsborough in front of the Brookshires.
Oh,
There's
really?
Literally a line the entire day.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so hungry now.
Definitely gained a few pounds since I moved here. So
Yeah, dude. But we're working it off now.
are we?
Trying.
I haven't had time to cook lately. We've been on a steady fast food diet for like 2 weeks.
Oh, and
Yeah.
we'll give one more shout out to what's a Mexican restaurant we always eat at
Oh,
with the gringo burrito.
my gosh.
Is it?
It's like a taquera.
It's on Hewitt Drive.
Yeah.
And they have a bunch of them around town, actually. Gosh, now I can't think of
It's
it.
not El Conquistador.
No. It's like a tequila number. It's not number 9, but it's. I know they have like.
Yeah.
I know I've been to that one,
Yeah.
and we've been to that
it's
one.
next
a
to
couple times.
Subway on fucking Hewitt
Drive.
whatever that is.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Mexicano Grill.
There you go.
There you
They
go.
got the Gringo burrito. It's like it's so weird, but it tastes so good.
About Fazoli's, have y'all checked that out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fast food Italian.
our kid loves.
Our
kid loves
I'm not a
it.
huge Italian fan, but I'll eat Fazoli's.
Yeah.
Our kid loves the pizza.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't get away from those breadsticks though. It's like they have like crack in them because you
Yeah.
like eat 2 and you're like, I need more breadsticks right now.
So where can people subscribe? You said on their own.
Yeah,
Do you have a YouTube?
We do have a YouTube. Yeah, it's getting there. We're on pretty much every platform.
Nice.
Yeah, Spotify, all those. We YouTube, Facebook. It's all for real. AHH for real.
And then, so when you're going around, you do, because I've perused on your page and was checking it out. You go and you talk to boxers. You've gone, like, what are you just go to any kind of culture?
Yeah, pretty much. If they're from Texas, the boxers, I did some marketing for Mikey Garcia for his fight in Texas. He has a group of young fighters, and I do marketing for them. And got to meet Virgil Ortiz, who I'm a huge boxing fan. Are you a boxing fan?
I'm more of an MMA fan.
Okay,
but
yeah, no, I cross those guys because they're always in the gym.
yeah.
I do a little.
When I was a little kid, I used to watch all the Tyson fights and stuff.
Of course,
But,
yes. And that's kind of what that is about. But yeah, if you're from Texas and you got a story, I kind of want to hear it. I love people's stories. I think everyone has a story. And I think people should tell their story because it makes somebody else not feel alone. So yeah, that's really the thing. Just tell stories. And him in particular, he's real cool because he was 5 or 6 and the mom left. So it was just him and his dad. His dad was a gangster from Grand Prairie, Texas, South Dallas area, and he just turned his kid into the #1 fighter. He came home from school. He was on this kid amazingly. Raised him. He played. His favorite band is not Five Finger Death Punch, and another band. And he's a Spanish kid from the hood. Or
Yeah.
And he plays the guitar. He's into rock music, and his dad's done a phenomenal job training. Now he's the world champion.
Crazy.
2 weight classes. And
Damn.
that
Wow.
was a story I wanted to tell his dad. Being a father is the #1 thing to me. And I didn't have a dad. You know what I mean? I have a stepdad who stepped up later on in life, but I always tell people, man, be there. You gotta be there for your kids, man.
Yeah.
And if you are, I'll tell you, good job. I think you're doing a good job.
So where's the coolest place that you've been so far
Coolest place I've been.
in Texas?
When you say that, Amarillo, my very first tour I ever got to go on, it was a mix between sex shop, coffee shop, and a few other things. Yeah, and we could pick anything out of the store we wanted, which I thought was weird. So it was 5 guys in a van, and we have toy. And I'm like, this is terrible. Where should come up with this?
Get my latte and my dildos.
It was 70 degrees in Dallas, but by the time we got to Amarillo, it was 40.
Yeah.
I had packed for that.
Shit.
That's not the coolest place I've been. It's just the coolest story. We performed in Minnesota on July 4th and got to spend July 4th in Mall of America.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Definition of
I've always
commercialism.
wanted to go there.
I did the thing for Mallrats, the smell of commerce in the morning.
Yeah.
That's really what I thought. Really small, obviously.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the major things we noticed when we moved here is the weather. One day it's 2 weeks ago it snowed. Next day it was 80 degrees.
Yeah.
We're like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, it's I feel like Texas pissed somebody off.
I know.
It's crazy.
This year worse than other years. I feel like other years it's been consistent as far as it's cold for a while and then it starts to warm up. But now it's just it's up and down and it's driving me nuts. And I can't stop being sick. I feel like I've been sick more this year than I have any other year. And it's just because of the weather, just going crazy.
Right.
Yeah, when we were moving here, everybody was like, "It's so hot there," and I've gone through and played shows here before, and I told her it was it was warm, but it didn't seem like I wasn't dying or anything. And then that's all we heard about. And then when we got here, it did nothing but rain for 3 weeks. Crazy thunderstorms.
When we first moved here, it was just downpouring for 3 weeks, and we're like,
to Seattle.
right? We're like, where's the warm weather?
Yeah.
And then the news back home, all they reported was Waco's completely flooded. Our families kept calling us. They're like, "Get to high ground. We just saw the news. The fucking town's gone.
Guys, find the highest hill you can find."
We like look out. We're like, "What the fuck?"
You'd be like, "We live on a hill. It's fine."
Really good. The news is total bullshit.
Yeah.
I realized that when I went to Jacksonville. My brother lives in Jacksonville, and they were having a hurricane.
Yeah.
But we're outside grilling. My mom's calling us like, the weather's so bad. Well, literally, you know, they use the fan. You see that in movies?
Yeah.
They're doing that.
They were?
Because we were 2 blocks from the down where he was, and nothing was happening. And my brother's
What?
like, so you tell mom that it's overreaction because my mom freaks out every time. Like,
Yeah.
leave Florida, and he's
That's
like, Mom,
disappointing.
Yeah.
Chasing them stories, dude.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Well,
Cool.
we're definitely coming up on the end of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That was a quick 45
Yes,
minutes.
it was.
Since our printer's fucked, there's no comments in the comment section this week, so we'll just go to shout outs.
Shout out.
Okay, so we'll do a shout out to the new studio,
Yeah.
to the new store. It looks great.
Still under construction.
Yeah, like I don't know, like this room, it feels like it's bigger. Or I don't know. I like everything that's going on in here, so I'm super
I feel
excited.
like it's a little bigger too.
Yeah, the ceiling's taller. I like it a lot.
I wanted to ask you one more question. What is, what's a good, like, my daughter's 12. She's getting into horror movies. I was telling her, which is crazy because I didn't grow up watching them. Like, my mom, she was like Southern Baptist. Don't bring don't bring the energy into the house.
Right? Yeah.
So, and what's one you would recommend? What's a good
For a
classic
12-year-old?
for a 12-year-old?
Oh boy.
But she's like she's already seen Us, Get Out. Am I CPS gonna come after me now?
No.
I think you're good.
I literally watched all these movies when I was like 4 and 5.
True.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm thinking like she's gonna be cooler than me.
To me, I always like the classics, like Nightmare on Elm Street stuff. Because there's a lot of humor in it.
Yeah.
I think if you pick the ones that have humor and the horror, it kinda
Definitely
eases
not
you into
Final
it.
Destination. That shit fucked me up.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I've never really liked the environment. You know, like the plane, like terror at 5,000 feet. No,
Yeah.
I never liked any of that kind of shit.
What's your favorite genre of horror movies?
I mean, I grew up on the slashers, so I like the slashers.
How about you?
I like the thrillers, like more, not so much monster, but more like a person is the killer, like
Like Psycho.
Yeah, that's more my jam.
I like the classic, more theatrical ones, like with the cool looking monsters and stuff. Not like the slashers so much.
Yeah. What about you, dude?
I'm relatively new to horror movies, but I would say one I liked a lot was I can't think of that. I liked Us. I thought Us was really cool. It was. I don't know if that's a horror movie, but
Yeah, I mean it's a scary movie.
Yeah.
it's going to bother me. I'm gonna leave and be like, I wish I remember. I can't remember. But I think Jaws was cool.
Yeah.
Like that was.
That was a good one.
I mean, like
trying to look
I
at
hold
you guys.
like the ones in my heart are the Universal monsters.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm covered in them, but
Yeah.
it was like
How old were you when you got your first tattoo?
16. I could grow like a beard when I was 16. So I just went in there an hour before the shop closed and was like, yeah, let me get a tattoo. That was in Reno, in Nevada.
Oh gosh.
So what about you? Shout out.
My shout outs. Shout out to my wife for tolerating me because moving
There's
warehouses.
been some serious tolerating happening.
Moving warehouses, building, because our new building houses our store, our new shop, and the podcast. And there was small time constraints, and
Small.
And on top of it, I have to deal with everything that I also normally deal with on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've been a little edgy, so
A little.
thank you for being
Just a little bit.
being a fucking saint.
I love you. Yeah, shout out to you for putting so much work into this. I understand how stressed you are. I get it. But also, shout out to all our vendors that we're going to have out here for our grand opening.
Boom.
They've all been posted on the Skellington Curiosities Instagram and Facebook pages. So go check it out. Lots of cool artists, artisans, people selling products like Q Sciences, which is like health products, natural products, stuff like that. So Yeah, check it out. It's gonna
Did
be
you get
fun.
milk bottle cookies to come over here?
No.
I still don't know what the fuck that is.
God.
I know Sean still doesn't know.
I follow her on Facebook and she posts pictures and it just like instantly makes me hungry. I'm like, oh my God, I need that
Best
right now.
cookies ever.
Oh yeah, and if you guys are going to Comic-Con here in Waco on April
yeah.
3rd, we will be there.
We will be at Comic-Con.
I got my costume.
Oh.
dressed as Poison Ivy.
Harley Quinn.
Dressed as a metalhead.
Yeah.
Whatever. You can't go to Comic-Con and not dress up,
You
right?
gotta dress up.
Right? Tell him.
I
Well, but
dressed up
that's-
before. I was Daredevil before.
True. Yeah, you should just do that again.
No.
No.
Whatever.
What about you, man? You got some shout outs?
Man, I want to shout out to Waco for the a great resurgence. Yeah, shout out to my daughter. She won't probably listen to this podcast, but hey, shout out to anybody out there who's considering like seeking therapy. I don't want to get dark, but shout out to you and do that shit. I'm telling you, do it. If you feel like you need it, you're already there.
Mm-hmm.
So just go ahead and get right, and the people around you will thank you.
Therapy helps wonders. I was in therapy for a while. It helped
I
me
second that.
a ton.
Third that.
Yeah.
I'm just now getting to the idea where I'm embracing it and realizing the power of it. It was always like, you can't do that, but now I'm like,
I don't know why it has such a bad stigma attached to it.
and I can't figure that out either.
Yeah.
Like, if you hurt your leg, you go get therapy to get it better.
Right.
Like, if we're emotionally fucked, most of us
Yeah.
are anyway, so it's like you might want to fix that shit. And I tell people, okay, if you don't want to do it for you, don't, but do it for the people around you. That would make me, I ran off every cool girl that I dated, like, you know what I mean? Like, cool friends, like, just chasing everything music did. And so, like, that's what I tell people is, man, get right for the people around you, man.
Right on.
There we go.
Good message.
All right, well, be sure to follow his pages. Check
Yes.
out Off for Real podcast, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
He's a liar!